Thank you very much to the Fourth Estate present today and all the listeners across Hoima City and Bunyoro and the country at large. To the people of Hoima City, I greet you warmly. Fellow citizens of Hoima City, I wish to thank you sincerely for the overwhelming support you gave me and the NRM during this election. Your love, confidence, trust mean a great deal to me. I do not take for granted. The election process, however, was marred by serious irregularities in several polling stations, including Karongo, Bajura Ward, and we had also here in Western Satito Winnie Stadium, where we had many polling stations where my agents were being chased and intimidated, and many other polling stations, to mention but a few, where we had a challenge because some of my people were arrested as well. During their absence, a lot of when my people had disorganized from the polling stations, a lot happened in favor of my opponent. Those agents were only returned during vote counting. We are currently compiling comprehensive evidence, including video, photographs, and sworn-in testimony to clearly document these irregularities. So our next course of action will be communicated in due course, but we want to say that whatever happened, we are looking at the results which are there. We know people voted. The numbers of people who turned up compared to the numbers of the ballots, they are not comparable compared to yesterday's election. This election was not a contest between Brian Kaboyo and my opponent. It was unfortunate abuse of power involving certain self-seeking leaders who used state machinery, security organs, and compromised electoral officials to influence the outcome. This was done at great loss to democratic principles, we declare. So I can categorically state that we had leaders working with our NRM leaders, some minister from here in the city and the region, working with our member of parliament, Honorable Nyakato, to try to discredit this election. Because you remember very well, as the mayor, I was very popular until after the presidential elections, where people brought in accusations just to disfavor me that NRM was involved in cheating the incumbent woman opposition member of parliament, which I couldn't even involve myself in, and I'm very sure NRM I don't act for, and for individuals maybe who took the decision, but all of it was try to portray and discredit me so that this election, my election, can be affected. I want to clearly state the people of Hoima City are not against NRM, because the NRM has done a lot for this city. We have built the stadium, we have improved on the roads, we have worked on 25 kilometers of roads, as I will state. We have worked on intensive care unit in the city, now our regional referral hospital. We have done a blood bank for the region in the city. So people, they know and appreciate. That's why you see the vote of the president in the city reflect that we have people voted really the president and NRM. Because the president in 2021, he got 56%, and in the city in 2025, 26 this year, the president got 71%, which shows there's an increment. So the people of the city really appreciate it. It's only the self-seekers who used after that election of the president and parliamentary to try and discredit us, the remaining leaders, to make for their own benefit, working with our leaders in NRM, which is very unfortunate. I also wish to note that if some leaders really stood for NRM, then after presidential and parliamentary election, they should have come out openly to guide and reassure the public that actions or mistakes of one individual should not be used to portray as ungrateful to the party and His Excellency the President. They should have told our people, let us address whatever issue caused the wave of anger, but let us protect the party. Unfortunately, this was not done. Instead, the situation was exploited by a few individuals to serve personal interest, allowing Hoima City to be wrongfully to be wrongly presented as rejecting NRM, which is not the case. I want to say the people of Hoima City, NRM is only our internal fight where people seek to disorganize the city, that they present it as such. The results themselves speak volume. Despite low voter turnout, I scored almost the same votes as I did in primaries, while in my opponent tally, an expectedly tripled. These anomalies raise legitimate questions that must be answered, because the polling stations had few people, compared even to yesterday. When you compare to the yesterday's votes and of the division, the turnout was much better than our turnout. But in our turnout shows that we had over 20,000 people coming to vote, which is practically impossible compared to the turnout of the people. And yesterday, when you look at yesterday's turnout, it shows it was about 16,000 people turning up to vote in the entire city for both divisions. Then how did we get our turnout, which was small, how did we get that number? So as I speak today, I do with deep reflection and pride, serving as the first mayor of Hoima City, was not just a position, it was a responsibility to history. When Hoima attained city status, the task before us was to set direction, establish systems, and create a foundation strong enough to carry the future together. We made these deliberate choices. My gratitude goes to the people of Hoima City, to the Southerns who voted for our vision of progress. Your faith has been my fuel. I thank my family, our party chairman, His Excellency the President, the dedicated members of NRM, friends, and my campaign team, whose resilience knows no boundaries. During my tenure, we prioritized infrastructure and service delivery that would outlive individual leaders. We delivered paved city roads, upgraded under USMID. We upgraded many roads, the Satito Winnie Road, that's Mandela, the Circular Road, Passy Road, Commercial Road, Government Road, Tank Hill, New Kampala Drive, Military. We did the drainage box culvert at Sheikh Twaha, the Kabalega drainage, the one of Bishop Baragate, and also did a lot of Maram roads, and we are still implementing some of them since I'm still serving as a mayor till May. We established a new modern abattoir to support agriculture and public health. We installed street lights to improve security and boost night economy, and we are having more line to do that. We strengthened schools and health facilities, because sustainable development begins with people. These include fencing off the facilities, hiring doctors in health facilities where we never had doctors before. We improved and built Karongo, which is going to be equipped, and also on top of that, we equipped them to make sure people get the service. For the schools, we made sure that we renovate schools and also add on a number of teachers, because most of them I found them without teachers, four in a school of 5. So we improved and we added on about 80 teachers to make sure the school, and indeed our progress in education has been climbing the ladder. So we also, on a personal level, lobbied, wherever I traveled, lobbied partners to make sure we have clean water, because we know national water can't serve us clean water entirely. So I invested through the partners I met out of the country, and we spent over 200 million working on different water sources for our people to have clean water, and we shall continue supporting them, because this was doing privately. Equally, the education, we supported many schools privately in terms of supporting the sports, but also looking at how we shall do partners. Most especially when I traveled to Germany, I made a partnership to help St. Simon to create the latest technology from German, and also do exchange program where we are now taking the teachers, the instructors, and now we shall be taking on students. This I'll continue doing. We did construct the nursing school dormitory for the girls, the Hoima City Stadium, which was done on record time, which is there. So we know that a lot has been achieved in this term. They were not short-term political projects. They were strategic investment made to position Hoima City for long-term growth, investment, and regional importance. I thank the people of Hoima City for trusting me with the leadership as such and final moment. I thank the City Council, the technical team, and our partners who work tirelessly, often under difficult conditions, to turn plans into results. We also had challenges, including but not limited to Hoima City. The city lacked a road unit. You're very aware that all cities were not prioritized for the road unit, and that's the biggest challenge we have had. So rehabilitating the roads, I've been working with the neighboring districts, but also sometimes being assisted by the ministry because of my relationship with the team there, and I want to appreciate them because we have been having quite a big challenge when it comes to road maintenance because of having no road unit. So this greatly affected service delivery, especially on road network. Another challenge, underfunding. As the cities were created, government never created a budget for cities. So we have been running on a municipality budget, but with the name of the city. So everything we have been doing has been a challenge. That's why we find a challenge. We improved garbage collection in this city. The one we found, because we found garbage was always in our bomber grounds, and we fought it in the first 100 days. But now we remained with training people to make sure that they know, which is a continuous process to know. That's why keeping the city clean must be all of us, the people of Hoima City, to responsible. That's why I created Keep Hoima City Clean every first Saturday of the month, to make sure the people get to know and be responsible. So we had a challenge as well on that, and also the way the revenue is remitted back. Of course, Parliament had gone ahead and reversed that decision, but it needed to reverse the Financial Management Act so that we get the funds on time to be able to do our daily work in the city. So we only had 2 garbage trucks, which we got under USMID, and my plans were to get more 5 to make sure each division can at least, most especially like East, which has the biggest part of the town, to have like 4, then West to be with about 3, so that we effectively be able to pick garbage. To my supporters and well-wishers, I want to say this. The journey we began together was meaningful. The progress was made, capacity was built, and most importantly, a vision was demonstrated that Hoima City can be led with purpose, discipline, and results. As leadership, I want to urge that as we work on sorting out the leadership issues and the challenges we have, we need to make sure whatever we have put in place and planned for is implemented and put in place. As I still serve as my last bit as a city mayor, we have been working on many things to make sure we improve the city. We have the roads which I lobby the president to support the stadium. The stadium, there are many roads which include, these are 41 kilometers of roads. That is Kasingo, Kyabahesi, Kigarama, Kabale, Kientale Primary School, to Buhanika Bypass. Buhanika Bypass is the one which comes from Kidaiko to Kiakapeya through Butebere and Buhanika and Butebere. Those are roads which we lobbied, and which I already presented this document to the Prime Minister. We have the road from the city headquarters to Kiaravuyamba, to Bulinda, to Kiaruiru. We have from Kiaravuyamba to roundabout Kinubi, We have a road from Bulinda to Kakindo. We have a road from which we call Rukambuza Road from Mparo Buhanika Road, because Mparo Buhanika Road is under USMID. So we're also going to work on that road, to all of them to support the stadium. And the others which we are lobbying for, to make sure we work, the road going to the private residence of His Majesty the King in Kianika, past Kianika, towards the Kikube border with the city. Then also the road from Bujumbura to Rwenkobe, to Kaibalia, then Nyamirima back to Kakindo, as a to help also on reducing traffic in the city. So we shall continuously hope where need be to make sure these are done. So an approved project that will see a number of street lights. Also we have to put in a plan to make sure that all the roads connecting to the city, we do a 4-kilometer stretch of street lights or 5-kilometer stretch of street lights. We had tried to sample one. We did up to Swekera, but doing in a few big centers within the Fort Portal Road, and the next phase was make sure that we have them all done, and also add on other main roads: Kampala Road from Kientale, Masindi Road from Kabalega Hotel, Kabalega Resort, then Bulisa Road from roundabout of Kiesiga to the city center, to make sure all of them are lit. They are done. Also, we plan to work on the market for West Division, because it doesn't have a market, to work on it to make sure West Division has a market, so that people can have a belonging and a home, those who are on the roadside. So that we did. Also, improvement of Boma grounds into a training facility, and also a leisure park. One part to remain for the leisure park, where we can have crusades. We can have many people are fighting this, but this is a very good initiative which I had to do as a mayor, to make sure that we improve that facility, and also avoid land grabbers from taking it up. So we are going to have one side of it as a training facility, where we shall have this football, we shall have a basketball court. All of them which are there will be improved, and also we shall bring back so on that facility we are bringing back the tennis court, because we had a tennis court before and it was always promoted by Bishop Baragate. So people suggested that the tennis court should be done and named after Bishop Baragate, which I think will be done, because I believe National Council of Sports will be starting on this endeavor this coming month, February, to make sure it is implemented. And also we remain with the leisure park, which will act as a training ground, and also the facility to support for other community engagement and open space for other people, other activities like national celebrations and crusades and whatever. We also approved acquisition of 50 acres of land to serve as garbage dumping site, because this is the biggest challenge we have been having, which I inherited. So Kibati is 8 acres. It can no longer serve that purpose. So these 50 acres are in the budget of this financial year, which we are running, to make sure we purchase the 50 acres of land, but also purchase 5 acres of mortuary and burial grounds, because where we are at the mortuary, the current mortuary, we can no longer serve the community. So we want to make sure we stop inconveniencing. That was our purpose. The people, to make sure we get the right cemetery for the city, and the mortuary, which is a bit organized, to make sure that we serve our people better. As for me, I remain fully engaged in work of serving my country and our party, the NRM. Leadership is a calling, not a season. Experience gained must be put to continued use, and ideas tested must continue to serve the people. Wherever the future places me, my commitment to Hoima City and its people remains firm. To our young people, professionals, business community, and elders, stay focused, stay involved, and stay hopeful. Our city story is still being written, and every chapter matters. I am grateful to the opportunity to have served, to how I've been serving as the first mayor of this city. History reminds us that those who lay foundations do not despair. They continue to guide the direction of what is built. My chapter as your first mayor, when time comes, will conclude, but my duty to the city will be built. My duty to the city we built does not stop there. We shall continue working together to make sure that we make Hoima City a great place for everyone, and make sure that we can host all other activities we lobbied for to be here comfortably and peacefully for God and my country. Twombeka abantu bombeka orubuga, as we have always said. Thank you so much.